Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. Okay, what do you do when you're just too fatigued, too tired, in too much pain, too down, too sad, too full of grief to be able to pick yourself up today? So, if you're having a moment like we all do when you're going through chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic suffering, chronic fatigue, chronic symptoms of any kind, right? A chronic illness. Sometimes you just, you go from one thing to the next. You go from one diet to the next. You go from one healing protocol to the next. You're doing your inner work. You're doing your exercise. You're doing your walks. You're doing your diet. You're doing your, your inner child work. Maybe you're tapping. Maybe you're getting your body work done. Whatever it is you're doing, you've got a whole protocol, okay? And sometimes you just get tired, right? And you just get sad. You just get like, what am I it just all becomes too much. You get this sense of, and it's often funny because it's not when you're doing too much. It's sometimes in your quietest moments when you're not really doing a lot of anything that you get this feeling that overtakes you, and it's just like it becomes too much for you. Okay, so you probably have a default state when life feels overwhelming, or when you feel like you've hit your wall, or when you feel like, what's the point of trying, right? What's the point? Everybody has that kind of moment. And maybe your MO is to just, the fatigue just overtakes you, right? And you feel like you just have to stop, or you have to lay down, or you have to rest. Or maybe when you hit your wall, you feel like a victim. You slide into victimhood, and you slide into this poor me. Or maybe you slide into giving up. Like, I can't do it anymore. Maybe you feel sorry for yourself. You're looking for love or comfort, or you just don't want anyone. Maybe you slide into isolation. There's a number of different things that, if you're going for a while and you're making some improvements, and then all of a sudden things start to backslide, or things start to feel stuck or stagnant, then you just feel like, what's the point? And you just have these moments, these little moments, right? You kind of get a high, you come back down, you have a moment, you get a high, you come back down, you get a moment. So if you're in like this mode or this moment that you're feeling like, what's the point? I don't even care. I don't even know what to do. It's all too much. It's all too overwhelming. I'm not working. I'm not getting better. And you start to play out the scenario of how you're worried about too much. So what's the point in doing anything? Okay. If you're in this moment and you need a little pick-me-up, I want you to just sit down wherever you are. Acknowledge that feeling, okay? So we're just gonna acknowledge that feeling right now. We're gonna say, it's too much. What's the point? I feel like giving up. I'm exhausted. I don't even know if this is working. I'm not making any headway. I feel sorry for myself. I just want someone to swoop in and take it away. I just want it to be over. I don't even know what to do anymore. Okay, so just take that in. And then what you do is you're going to take a deep breath. Okay, once you've taken that deep breath, remember, we're going to work with belly breathing. We're going to work with, a lot of times we get into the habit of this shallow chest breathing. Really fill up your stomach. Imagine your stomach like a balloon that's filling up as you're breathing. And then when you let it out, you pop the balloon. Okay, and I want to even hear you do these big blows as it comes out, these big releasing blowouts, because that's where, we're letting it go. So let's do this. We're going to do a series of 10, because this is what you need to do every time you're feeling in this mode. Okay, we need to stop, acknowledge, and then we're going to breathe. It's just that simple. Just breathe. So blow it up. Get your stomach nice and big like a balloon. hold it in, and when you're ready, really blow it out, like you're blowing out candles. You're blowing everything out, all that negative energy out of you. You're just blowing out a sea. You're blowing up a balloon. You're blowing something really hard. You're just getting it out really hard. Even make sound effects. It helps. I like to hold my breath a little after the exhale and a little after the inhale to where you feel comfortable with it, not so you're out of breath. And then you go with the inhale and then you go with the exhale and you hold. Once you do a series of that, you can pause this video and do that like 20 times. Just do that 20 times. You will be so surprised how that helps your physiology. It might not help your mental state. It might not help your feelings that are rising up. It might not help your old patterns or your beliefs. It might not even help your symptoms or your fatigue. But it does help to calm your nervous system, to get you out of fight or flight, to allow some tension to be breathed out. And once you do that, you will immediately start to think calmer and start to feel that everything is okay. You will feel that something is okay again. So just do that for as long as it takes. And then I just want you to see, okay, my state is just very victim-y. It's a very givey-uppy. I don't know if those are words. It's a very, negative. I'm in a very, very low vibration. So what can you do right now? Not to improve your situation long-term, not to improve your health, not to improve your symptoms, not to improve your emotions or your trauma, not to improve your money or your financial state or your relationships. But what can you do right now that can elevate your state just a little? Just going from way down here to just a little higher. Because you just need to get a little higher so that you can get some perspective and realize that it's not so bad. So in those moments, you just want to think of a few little things that you can do. And they might be self-care things. They might be like, go get a cup of tea, go watch a funny video, go outside for a walk. Give yourself permission to eat something that you enjoy. Give yourself permission to not do those pile of dishes that are piling up. To go sit and have a little rest if you feel totally overwhelmed or totally fatigued. Just to give yourself permission to not do something that you really don't feel like you want to do, just to take things off your to-do list, or to put something on your to-do list that just makes you feel better, just improves your mood a little bit. And then we want to just improve our state, right? Our emotional state. What can you think that just elevates your mood just a little more? Can you say to yourself, even though I feel this way right now, I love myself, I accept myself, and I know that soon I'll be feeling just a little bit better, and when I feel a little bit better, I'll be able to take better actions, okay? So that's what we're looking for. Okay, so then after you've breathed, after you've just, what can I take off my plate or give to myself that will improve my mood a bit? We're just gonna stretch out some of the tension. We carry a lot of tension. If you have a chronic pain condition, if you have chronic illness, chronic symptoms, you're no doubt carrying a lot of pain. So you're just gonna do some shoulder shrugs, and then you're gonna do some neck rolls. So we're just gonna tip our neck down.
A little bit this way and a little bit this way. And then we'll just rock it back and forth ever so gently.
We want to come back up to neutral and do the same thing at the back. So we're going to go back, roll it this way. A lot of people feel a lot of tension here. Roll it this way, and we're just kind of going to let our neck rest. Okay, to the side, forward and back a bit, to the other side, forward and back. We're going to take our hand and we're just going to pull slightly here. You'll feel some tension across the back of here. That's what you want. You can always take your other hand and just kind of smooth out the tension as you're pulling. Move it down, keep pulling forward a bit, and then go to this side. You really want to look down and pull your head forward. We're going to go to this side, we're going to go to this side, and then we're going to go to the back. You're really going to let your neck go back all the way. You can even rest on a pillow or something, and you're just going to allow it to sort of feel the tension coming up in here and your thyroid everywhere. Open your jaw, close it. Run your hands down your neck. Just feel all of that tension right there on your windpipe everywhere. And then you just want to do circles. In the other way. Again, some nice deep breaths in. Blow it all out until it's empty. There are just a few basic things you can do to release some tension. You could put a little cold pack around your eyes for a few minutes around your eyes. Just hold one of those kind of cold packs here. A cold shower can also help. An invigorating walk out in the snow. Right now it's winter time, so that would be a great thing to do. And like I said, things that make you feel good, and just remind yourself, it won't always be like this. It hasn't always been like this, and it won't always be like this. I don't have to solve all my problems today. There'll be plenty of days to solve them. And today I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to release tension by breathing, by stretching, and by doing something kind, taking things off my plate or putting things on my plate that are really going to help me feel just a little bit better. And so it's all about just improving our emotional state by this much, improving our physical state by this much, tiny increments, right? And it's just letting stress go. Sometimes you just need a mental or a physical break from all the work that you've been doing, trying to heal yourself, trying to climb out of, you know, the hole that is chronic illness, right? Your finances, your relationships, your physical health, your everything, right? So sometimes it's a lot of work, and when we don't see results quickly, or when we even feel a backslide, we can be very discouraged very easily. But we remind ourselves, it's okay to feel this way right now. I'm not always going to feel this way. And we try to hold it so that we don't slide into that total despair, total hopelessness. We try to hold it and elevate our mood just even a little, so that we're down, but we're not so down, right? We're just keeping it or improving it just a little, just enough to get through this moment, to get through, you know, the next couple hours or this day or whatever it is, so that when we pick ourselves up again tomorrow, we have more energy behind us. We have more love, self-love behind us, more self-kindness behind us, more self-compassion behind us, right? If it's too much for you today, that's okay. Little bits, little bits. It's okay to give yourself a break. Give yourself a break if you need it, and tell yourself kind things as you're giving yourself that break. Not, oh my God, you're so stupid for having to take this break, or you'll never heal, or you're not good enough, or you're a failure. No, none of that. It's like, you've been doing a great job. You deserve a break. What can I do to make you feel better? How can I help you just a little bit, right? Complete self-compassion, complete self-acceptance, complete self-love, complete self-forgiveness. No shame, blame, or guilt, or criticism or judgment from yourself. Let all that go. Be easy on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Breathe, stretch out tension, and give yourself the love that you would give to a child who is having a bad day. Give yourself a break. Give yourself the love. And know that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And tomorrow's a new day.